So in today's video, we are talking lower body action, and I'm going to show you how you can use something like this to help you with better leg action to improve your golf shots out on the course. So welcome back to the Forest of Arden. We're on the 14th hole here. And if you are new to my channel, you don't know who I am, you stumbled across this video, I would love you to become a free subscriber and join my journey, and we can help you on your journey to playing some better golf. There is a subscription link down in the description box below, or there's one at the end of the video which is clickable. That will allow you to be, as I say, a free subscriber. There's 3 videos coming each and every week on all different topics within golf, just to help you enjoy your time out on the course a little bit more. Now we're going to use my Den Caddy here, which I use in my coaching bay, fill it with golf balls, and it's just obviously there for when I coach. You're probably going to have something like this, but you can just be a little bit creative. Think about what you can use that's a very, very similar sort of shape and size. If you're at the driving range, you could use baskets, you could use a small box, anything that's kind of a very, very similar sort of size to this. And we're going to use it to discuss lower body action. Now, if we kind of look at how the upper body works, that's very much dictated by what the lower body does. So if the lower body moves incorrectly in the golf swing, we're probably going to get that reflecting in what the upper body does. That tends to lead to inconsistencies in terms of ball striking, control of flight, direction, all of those kind of things. So this is a very, very simple little drill that you can do in practice to give you a good idea about what we're trying to do with the lower body action. If I take my setup to this golf ball here, and I've just got myself a 6-iron, and to me that feels pretty much like my normal starting position. Now the top of this Den Caddy is right between my knees, and I can just feel a little bit of contact with that Den Caddy. Now when I make a backswing, what I should be able to do is make that backswing without really putting any pressure on this Den Caddy, without it really moving too much. So as I do that, you can see that I've made this pretty full backswing. My knees have moved, I've got some hip rotation, my trail leg has started to lose a little bit of flex, my lead leg has started to increase a little bit in flex, but I haven't moved the Den Caddy, because what's happened is my hips have rotated on an angle. That angled turn allows my knees to move in such a way that they move around this bag. So many of you will do a couple of things. So some of you may well have a lateral movement off the ball. So if that's the case, you're going to find that when you make your backswing, you sort of tilt the Den Caddy over this way, and I can feel my inside of my lead knee applying some pressure, and I get that visual that that Den Caddy has moved. So that would be classed as, let's say, a sway. Some of you will have actually a pelvis which drops too much to the left in the backswing. So as I do that, again, we can see that kind of Den Caddy gets shifted over this way. My lead knee has dropped too much in towards the golf ball. As we said at the start of the video, notice how that really affects my upper body and how that moves. So what's really important here is many of you might video your golf swing and see some, let's say, upper body movements that you don't like. So the head might be moving around. There's a very good chance we can link that down to the lower body, because as we said, if the lower body does the wrong thing, then the head will also kind of react to that. So a great little exercise here is just to start to make some backswings where we feel like there's plenty of rotation, but that rotation is around the golf bag here, this Den Caddy. I'm not really putting any more pressure on it than I had at the start. That does a couple of things. It gets me to rotate well. It gets me to rotate what I call centered over the golf ball, and that gives us the greatest chance of moving the upper body correctly. Doesn't mean we will, because we still have to focus on that, but it's a very, very good starting point. If we're looking to get the body segments to work correctly, getting the lower body to function right at the start is really important. Now, as you can imagine, when I make a normal golf swing, my knees end up very, very close to each other. So it's very difficult to hit balls this way at full speed, because I can't really make a through swing, but absolutely no problem with you hitting a few shots and just appreciating that the downswing is going to be very, very different and almost feel very strange. But the focus here in this drill would be more on the backswing and trying to get the legs to move better in that backward movement. Okay, so that follow through feels very, very strange. But really, as I say, the drill there was, can I get my legs moving correctly in the backswing to give myself a more stable base? The key thing I'd like to take away from the video, there is movement. We're not saying that when we start around that bag there's no movement. There's plenty of rotation, changing of knee flex, but using that bag is going to give you a great sensation of how that should happen without any kind of lateral sway, without excessive knee movement, without dropping the pelvis too much, really getting that nice solid leg action that's going to help you, especially with your irons when you're hitting shots from the fairway, you're looking for a little bit more consistency in your golf swing. So as I say, you're probably not going to have a den caddy like this, but get creative. Look around your house, look around your office, look around the driving range, see what you can find. It's a very similar shape. It'll just fit between your knees, and that's all you need to work on your leg action and improve your golf shots out on the course. Right, thank you very much for watching. Usual stuff is below, comments box, like button, and also the subscribe link over here. Love you to be part of my channel. We can help you play some better golf, lower your scores, and enjoy your time on the course just that little bit more. Thanks for watching.